For today's session, we'll be discussing about the 6 trigonometric ratios. Okay, so ang 6 trigonometric ratios or functions ay na-derive natin basically sa right triangle. Okay, so depende kung saang acute angle mo kukunin ang 6 trigonometric ratio. So umpisahan natin sa illustration na to. Sa illustration na to, ang ating reference angle ay na kay angle A. Kung nandito yung ating theta kasi ang tawag dito o yung given angle natin, ang adjacent side niya ay si side B, itong small letter B. Meaning to say, yung katabi niya. And yung opposite side ni angle A or this theta is si small letter A. So ito yung location ng opposite side niya kung ito yung ating reference angle. At ito yung ating hypotenuse. Okay, so we all know that basically in the parts of the right triangle, the hypotenuse is the longest side of a right triangle. Sa isang banda, kapag nagbago yung ating reference angle, magbabago din ang location ng mga opposite side at adjacent side. In this case, ang ating theta ay nasa angle B. Meaning, kung nandito na ang location ng ating theta, ito na yung magiging adjacent side niya, itong sa small letter A. At yung magiging opposite side nitong angle B natin, which is represented by theta, ito na pong si small letter B. So, in other words, nagbabago yung ating opposite side, adjacent side, kung depende sa reference angle or acute angle na ating pinag-uusapan. Okay? Pero yung ating hypotenuse, yung ating acute right angle, constant po yun. So, that is how we derive the 6 trigonometric ratios. So, later on, mas magiging specific pa yung pag-derive natin ng 6 trigonometric ratios. Ang malinaw lamang dito, nagbabago ang location ng opposite at adjacent side depende sa acute angle na ating pinag-uusapan. So these are the 6 trigonometric ratios or functions. We have the sine or sin, sine po ang basa dyan, cosine, tangent, cosecant or CSC or cosecant, secant, SEC, and cotangent. Okay, so let's now derive the 6 trigonometric ratios using a specific triangle or right triangle. So I have here right triangle ACB wherein your acute or right angle is on angle C as can be gleaned on the illustration. Ito po yung ating angle C. Okay? And we will derive the 6 trigonometric ratios using this triangle. So, ang ating reference angle ay nasa angle A as marked by theta. So, sin theta, tatandaan, ang ibig sabihin po nun ay opposite over hypotenuse. Opposite nung angle. In this case, ang opposite side ng ating angle A ay si small letter A. While the hypotenuse here is the small letter C. Therefore, if you will try to get the value of your sin theta, this is equal to A over C. Okay? So, ang sin theta, ang opposite ng angle natin ay small letter A over the hypotenuse C. Kaya ang sin theta natin with respect to this triangle is A over C. Now, let's move on to cosine theta. Cosine theta, ang ibig sabihin po ng cosine, tatandaan, adjacent over hypotenuse. Adjacent ng angle over hypotenuse nung given right triangle. So let's try to locate it here. The side adjacent to this angle is small letter B, while our hypotenuse is represented by small letter C. Therefore, if we will try to identify the value of cosine theta with respect to this triangle, you will have B over C. Again, in this right triangle, the segment adjacent to theta is B, while the hypotenuse is represented by small letter C. So that is how we find the value of your cosine theta. Let's move on to the third trigonometric function or trigonometric function, that is the tangent theta. So when we talk about tangent theta, tatandaan, ibig sabihin, opposite over adjacent. opposite ng angle over adjacent ng angle. So going back to our triangle, yung opposite side nitong angle na to is small letter A. While the side adjacent to this angle is small letter B. Therefore, our mathematical value for tangent theta with respect to this triangle is A over B. Again, the segment or the side opposite to theta here is small letter A, while the segment or side that is adjacent to this angle is small letter B. Okay, so that is how we find the value of your tangent theta. Now, let's move on to the fourth function, and that is the cosecant theta. Always remember that cosecant theta is equal to hypotenuse over opposite. Okay? So, hypotenuse ng ating theta is the small letter C, while the opposite side of this angle is small letter A. Therefore, the trigonometric value for cosecant theta is C over A. Kung mapapansin po ninyo, si cosecant theta, o yung value ni cosecant theta, ay binaliktad lamang na value ni sin theta. Okay? Bakit po? Kasi po ang cosecant ay reciprocal ni sin theta. Kaya makikita nyo po sa ating scientific calculator, sine, cosine, tangent lang ang meron dahil yung tatlo ay mga reciprocal functions. Okay? So, yung unang reciprocal function natin ay cosecant theta. Reciprocal po ito ni sine. Okay? Let's move on to the fifth function. That is the secant theta. Now, secant theta, patandaan para mahanap ang value niya, that's basically hypotenuse over adjacent. Let me repeat that. Hypotenuse over adjacent. So going back to our right triangle, the hypotenuse, which is the longest side of a triangle, of the right triangle, is represented here by small letter C. While the adjacent side for this particular angle, which is represented by theta, is small letter B. Therefore, the trigonometric value for secant theta is equal to C over B. Now, if you will try to compare the value of secant theta with cosine, you will see na si secant theta ay binaliktad lamang na value ni cosine. Kasi si secant ay reciprocal ni cosine theta. So, si secant theta ay isa rin pong reciprocal function. Okay? So, that is how we find the value of your secant theta. Let's move on to the last function, which is cotangent theta. Now, cotangent theta is being obtained, o so nakukuha natin yung value ni cotangent theta by means of adjacent over opposite. Okay, so adjacent over opposite. So going back to our angle, which is represented by theta for angle A, the side that is adjacent to theta is small letter B, while the side that is opposite to theta is small letter A. Therefore, the trigonometric value for cotangent theta is equal to B over A. Now, if you will try to compare cotangent theta with tangent theta, you will notice na si cotangent ay binaliktad lamang na value ni tangent theta. Kasi po, si cotangent ay reciprocal ni tangent. Ulitin ko ha, si cotangent ay reciprocal ni tangent. Okay, so that's the pattern. Now, let's try to summarize these 6 functions or 6 trigonometric ratio into a mnemonic. So, si sine, si cosine, si tangent ay pwede mong i-summarize as so, ka, towa. So, it means sine, opposite over hypotenuse. Ka, cosine, adjacent hypotenuse. Towa, tangent, opposite, adjacent. At itong pangalawa naman, it's cho, sha, kaw. Cosecant, hypotenuse, opposite. Secant, hypotenuse, adjacent. Cotangent, adjacent, opposite. So, soka, towa, cho, sha, kaw. Now, basically, itong si soka, towa ay na credited sa isang mathematician whose name is Sophia Catherine Zoe. So you may see it, yung pattern, paano na-derive yung SOHCAHTOA. You would see that in her name. So bahala na ho kayo mag-isip kung paano niya dinerive yung SOHCAHTOA using her name. So this is how we derive the 6 trigonometric ratios. Okay, so let's have our first example. Example number 1 states there that given the right triangle ACB with angle C as the right angle, find the 6 trigonometric ratios for angle A. So this is the right triangle that we're going to use in finding the 6 trigonometric ratios with respect to angle A. So dito ang pinag-uusapan natin ay si angle A. Ang right angle natin dito ay si angle C. So mapapansin po ninyo, yung mga small letters na nakikita ho ninyo ay mga sides yan ng right triangle. So if you will notice, may mga kanya-kanya po silang mga measurements. So, pinapahanap po sa atin sa example number 1, yung value ng 6 na trigonometric ratios for angle A. So, hindi muna natin papansinin dito si angle B. Okay? Ang concentration natin dito, si angle A. So, pisahan natin kay sine A. Tatandaan, ang sine ay ibig sabihin po niyan, opposite over hypotenuse. Opposite ng angle A at hypotenuse ng right triangle. So sa kasong ito, ang opposite side ng angle A natin, yung opposite, meaning to say yung katapat mismo na side, so ito po yun, which is small letter A, equals 3, while the hypotenuse is 5. Therefore, ang magiging trigonometric value ni sine A ay 3 over 5. Again, ang sine A natin, opposite, kaya 3, over hypotenuse, kaya 5. Therefore, the value of your sine A is equal to 3 over 5. Let's move on to the second trigonometric function, that is cosine A. So cosine A, tatandaan kanina, ang cosine ay adjacent over hypotenuse. So ang reference angle natin dito, si angle A. Kay angle A lang titingin. So, yung adjacent side ni angle A, yung katabi niya, ay ito. Okay, ito yung katabi niya. Di naman to opposite eh. Katabi niya. So, 4. Tandaan na ang 4. While ang hypotenuse natin, ang hypotenuse natin ay 5. Therefore, our cosine A now is equal to 4 over 5. Again, cosine A, adjacent. So, 4 over hypotenuse, which is 5. Therefore, cosine A in this triangle is 4 over 5. Let's move on to the third trigonometric function or value, that is tangent A. Remember, based on our discussion a while ago, tangent is equal to opposite over adjacent. Opposite side of the given angle, which is angle A, over the adjacent side of angle A. So going back to our angle A, the opposite side here of angle A is small letter A. So tatandaan ang value in this triangle, ang opposite side ni angle A ay si small letter A na ang value ay 3. While the adjacent side here for angle A is 4. Therefore, your value for tangent A now is equal to 3 over 4. Okay? Ulitin natin. Tangent A, opposite, which is 3, over adjacent, which is 4. So, tangent A is equal to 3 over 4. Let's move on to the fourth trigonometric function. So, the fourth trigonometric function now is cosecant A. That is hypotenuse over opposite. So here, the hypotenuse is 5. And the opposite side of angle A, is 3. So you will have 5 over 3. Kung mapapansin, ang cosecant ay binaliktad lamang na value ni sine. Dahil si cosecant ay reciprocal ni sine. Therefore, in this case, the value of your cosecant A is equal to 5 over 3. Let's move on to the fifth trigonometric function, that is secant A. So your secant is equal to hypotenuse over adjacent. So the hypotenuse in this triangle is 5. C equals 5. While the adjacent side of angle A, is 4. Therefore, the trigonometric value of secant A in this right triangle is 5 over 4. So kung titignan, binaliktad lamang na value ni secant A si cosine A. Si secant A ay binaliktad lamang na value ni cosine A kasi si secant ay reciprocal ni cosine A. Okay? So therefore, secant A is equal to 5 over 4. Let's move on to the last trigonometric function, which is cotangent A. Now, your cotangent A is adjacent over opposite. Adjacent side ng angle A over opposite side ng angle A. Kung babalikan natin yung right triangle natin, si angle A, ang adjacent side niya, yung katabi niya ay itong portion na to, which is your B, na ang value ay 4. While the opposite side of angle A is 3. Therefore, the value of your cotangent A is equal to 4 over 3. If you will try to check, your cotangent ay baliktad lamang na value ni tangent A. Bakit? Si cotangent ay reciprocal ni tangent. And that is our example number 1. Let's do have our example number 2. States here that given the right triangle ACB with angle C as the right angle, find the missing side B and the 6 trigonometric ratios for angle B if A is equal to 6 and C is equal to 10. So ito po yung ating right triangle. Kung ating papansinin, dalawa ang concern natin for example number 2. Number 1, nawawala yung side B. So hahanapin natin siya. And right after looking for the value of side B, tsaka natin kukunin yung 6 na trigonometric ratios for angle B. So first concern natin ay look for the value of side B. So dahil sides ang concern natin, automatic papasok po sa eksena ang Pythagorean theorem. Okay, pa sa sides ng right triangle na pinag-uusapan, pwedeng gamitin ang Pythagorean theorem. Sides ng right triangle. We all know that the Pythagorean theorem states there that the sum of the squares of the two sides of a right triangle is equal to the square of the hypotenuse. Let me repeat that. The sum of the squares of the two sides of a right triangle is equal to the square of the hypotenuse, which is the longest side of the right triangle, hypotenuse. So substituting these values here in our formula, you will have 10 raised to the second power is equal to 6 square plus b raised to the second power. Simplifying this further, you will have 100 is equal to 36 plus b raised to the second power. Simplifying this further by subtracting 36 from 100, you will have 64 equals b raised to the second power. But since pinapahanap lang sa atin ang value ni b, kukunin natin ang square root ng both sides para si b na lang ang matitira doon sa right side. So in that case, if that will be our case for this particular example, you will have b is equal to 8 because the square root of 64 is equal to 8. Therefore, the value of your b is equal to 8. Okay, so after nating mahanap ang value ni b, which is 8, we will now start looking for the value of the 6 trigonometric function. So si sine ang alam natin, based sa discussion natin kanina, it means opposite over hypotenuse. Now, angle B ngayon ang concern natin. Hindi natin pakikialaman si angle A. Kasi binanggit naman sa problem kanina, for angle B, 6 trigonometric ratios for angle B. So looking back in our illustration, our angle B, the opposite side of angle B is segment, this one, this small letter B. At ang value po nun ay 8. Okay? While the hypotenuse ay 10. Therefore, our trigonometric value for sine B is equal to 8 over 10. Ulitin natin, sine is equal to opposite over hypotenuse. Kaya 8 over 10. However, your 8 over 10 can still be reduced to lowest term. So we will divide the numerator and the denominator by 2. So you will have 4 over 5 as the final value for sine B. Let's move on to cosine B. Now, cosine is equal to adjacent over hypotenuse. So with respect to angle B, the side adjacent to angle B is this one, na ang sukat ay 6. Tandaan, ang segment na adjacent kay angle B ay si small letter A, na ang sukat ay 6, while the hypotenuse is equal to 10. Therefore, your value for cosine B is equal to 6 over 10. Okay? Cosine B, adjacent. For angle B ha, adjacent over hypotenuse. Pero dahil ito ay pwede pang i-lowest term, i-divide natin siya by 2 as their common factor. You will have 3 over 5 as the final answer for cosine B. Let's move on to tangent B. Now, your tangent is equal to opposite over adjacent. Opposite ng angle B. Kung ito yung angle B natin, ang opposite niya, itong small letter B, na ang value ay 8. Tama? While the adjacent side of angle B ay 6. Therefore, you will have 8 over 6. Ulitin natin. Tangent B, opposite. Ang opposite nito, ito. Adjacent. Ang adjacent ni angle B, ito. Kaya 8 over 6. However, your 8 over 6 can still be reduced to lowest term by dividing the numerator and the denominator by 2. So you will have 4 over 3 as the value for tangent B. Now, next nating hanapin ang value ni cosecant B. Dahil alam na natin na ang cosecant ay reciprocal lamang ni sine, kabaliktaran ni sine, therefore ang cosecant natin ay 5 over 4. Ang secant naman ay hypotenuse over adjacent, reciprocal ni cosine. Kung si cosine ay 3 over 5, therefore ang secant natin ay 5 over 3. Ang cotangent naman natin ay adjacent over opposite. Si cotangent ay reciprocal ni tangent. Kung si tangent ay 4 over 3, therefore ang cotangent B natin sa example na ito ay 3 over 4. So this is our example number 2. Okay, let's have the last example, example number 3. Let me read the question or the example. Given the right triangle ACB with angle C as the right angle, find the remaining trigonometric ratios for angle A. Given that sine A is equal to 2 over 3. So nakita niyo po yung logical arrangement ng ating example. Sa example number 1, kumpleto lahat ng sides. Okay? Hahanapin natin yung 6 na functions. Sa example number 2 naman, may nawawalang side, given yung dalawang sides. Sa example number 3, kakaiba. Binigyan lang tayo ng isang function. Tapos hahanapin natin yung natitira. So ito po yung right triangle ACB natin. Okay? So kung babalikan po muna natin, pag ganito po ang scenario, mag-concentrate kayo dun sa function na binigay. Nandito kasi ang clue. Ulitin ko ha, pinapahanap yung natitirang trigonometric functions tapos may isang binigay, concentrate tayo dun sa binigay na function. So, ang binigay sa atin ay sine A. So, ibig sabihin, dahil ay ang ginagamit niya, magko-concentrate tayong lahat sa angle A. Okay? That is 2 over 3. Alam natin na ang sine ay opposite over hypotenuse. So, kung babalikan natin yung angle A, ang opposite side niya, itong portion na to. Therefore, ito po yung A equals 2. Kasi capital letter A yung angle, yung small letter A yun yung side na opposite sa kanya. Therefore, ang opposite side ng angle na to, which is 2, ito pong part na to. Okay, ang ginagawa natin, nililabel muna natin yung triangle para malaman natin kung sino yung nawawala. Well, the hypotenuse is 3. We all know that the hypotenuse is the longest side of the right triangle. Basically, yun yung nakadiagonal. So, ito po yung portion na yon. So looking back in the right triangle, the missing part is the small letter B. So merong missing side na nawawala doon sa ating right triangle. So dahil may nawawalang side, after nating i-label, kailangan muna nating hanapin yung missing side B. So kagaya ng ginawa natin sa example number 2, every time na sides ng right triangle na pinag-uusapan, pwede po natin gamitin ang Pythagorean theorem. Substituting these three values of sides here, you will have 3 raised to the second power is equal to 2 raised to the second power plus b raised to the second power. Simplifying this portion of the equation further, you will have 9 is equal to 4 plus b raised to the second power. Simplifying this further again, so you have 9 minus 4. We just basically subtract 4 from 9. And you will have here 5 equals b raised to the second power. But since hinahanap lang naman natin yung value ni b, hindi si b raised to the second power, we will take the square root of both sides. And you will have b is equal to square root of 5. Okay? Kasi po, kaya po hindi natanggal yung square root sign o yung radical sign kay 5 kasi si 5 ay prime number. Wala naman tayo, aside from 1, wala tayong mailalabas na perfect square factor kay 5. Okay? Kaya b is equal to square root of 5. Tinatanggap na natin na yung b natin ay equal kay square root of 5. So that is the first thing that we need to do in example number 3. Okay, so let's continue with our example number 3. So kanina, nahanap na natin yung mga values ng ating sides. Specifically, yung missing side na b. Ang value po nun ay square root of 5. So after nating mahanap yung missing side, we will now concentrate in finding the 5 remaining trigonometric functions. So mag-start na tayo kay cosine A kasi may value na si sine A. Given na siya. So cosine A, adjacent over hypotenuse. Kung ito yung angle A natin, yung segment na adjacent kay angle A ay itong small letter b, na ang sukat ay square root of 5 over hypotenuse. Your hypotenuse is 3. Therefore, you will have square root of 5 over 3 as the value of your cosine A. Next function is we have tangent A. Tangent A, ibig sabihin opposite over adjacent. Kung ito si angle A, ang opposite side niya, ito, which is 2. While the adjacent side is b, which is square root of 5, small letter b. So you will have now, therefore, the value of your tangent A now is 2 over square root of 5. But remember, in grade 9 math, we do not allow the radical sign in the denominator. So para matanggal yan, kailangan maging perfect square ni 5. So imumultiply natin both the numerator and then the denominator by square root of 5. Ang tawag po sa process na to ay rationalization. Multiplying these values respectively, you will have 2 square root of 5 over square root of 5. Bakit po naging 5 na si square root of 5 times square root of 5? Kasi pag binag-multiply mo yan, magiging square root of 25. And we all know that the square root of 25 is 5. Therefore, tangent A is equal to 2 square root of 5 over 5. Let's move on to cosecant A. Now, cosecant A is hypotenuse over opposite. Hypotenuse over opposite ni angle A. Hypotenuse over the opposite side of angle A. Therefore, you will have 3 over 2. Or just basically, kunin mo lang ang reciprocal nito over 3. Kasi si cosecant ay reciprocal lang naman ni sine. Let's do have your secant A. Now, secant A, it's hypotenuse over adjacent. If this is angle A, the hypotenuse is 3. While the adjacent side is B, which is equal to square root of 5. Therefore, you will have 3 over square root of 5. we just basically get the reciprocal of cosine A. So from square root of 5 over 3, ito na po yung nakuha natin. However, dahil may radical sign sa ating denominator, kailangan natin siyang ma-remove by rationalizing the denominator. So we can do that by making this denominator perfect square. So para maging perfect square sa square root of 5, multiply mo lang siya by square root of 5. So multiply the numerator and then the denominator by square root of 5. Simplifying this further, you have 3 square root of 5 over 5. Bakit po naging 5 na to? Kasi square root of 5 times square root of 5, that's square root of 25. And the square root of 25 is equal to 5. Last function is we have cotangent A. Cotangent A, that is adjacent over opposite side. If this is your angle A, the opposite side of angle A is A, which is equal to 2, your small letter A. While the opposite side, the adjacent side of cotangent A, the adjacent side of angle A is small letter B, okay, which is equal to square root of 5. While the opposite side of angle A is 2. Therefore, the value of cotangent A is square root of 5 over 2. So, yan po ang mga halimbawa na ating ginawa para sa topic na 6 trigonometric equations.